Hey there, oh there, hey there, oh there, hey, oh, hey there, oh there. What's up, everybody? Welcome back to Loud Horse and Off. What's up? I hope everybody's doing well. It's just going to be a Royal Rumble tonight. Whatever you guys bring up, whatever you want to talk about, I'm game. I'm game. Anything goes tonight. And I mean it. Anything goes.
This podcast is for entertainment purposes only. That's right. We are not experts, therapists, financial advisors, relationship gurus, or parenting coaches. We are, however, enthusiastic amateurs with microphones and too much free time. Anything you hear on the show should absolutely not be used to make life decisions. That includes, but is not limited to, money moves, marriage vows, breakups, makeups, child-rearing strategies, or any situation where logic and responsibility are typically required. We are a comical and satirical show, so if you're taking us seriously, you may already be part of the problem. Now that we've legally covered our behinds, let's get into it.
Ew. Ew. What's up, everybody? Happy Saturday night. Happy Easter to all those who celebrate Easter, as tomorrow is the day that your Lord and Savior rose again. In my opinion, it's these guys. But who am I? What do I know? And again, it's a Saturday night free for all, folks. Whatever you got, whatever you want lined up, you show it, you spit it in the chat. Okay? Don't forget to hit the thumbs up and the like and subscribe, do all that good stuff. But you want to talk about something, let's talk about it. I streamed video games today, so I kind of didn't get a whole lot of time to prep. So, it's a free, that's why it's a free for all, because I ain't really get much going for tonight. We ate dinner, we dyed eggs, we decorated the eggs. Then when the little ones tuck her off to bed, the Easter bunny comes out. Half drunk. Forgot where I even put the eggs. Is this where, you know what? We should start a thing, actually. Since you bring that up, Wedge. I filled up my gas tank today. Not my personal vehicle, the work van. Not 2.5 weeks ago, it was costing $30 to fill up my tank. And I'm talking like I'm on E. The light isn't on, but I'm close, to the light coming on. $30. Today, I filled up $47. So if that was my personal tank and not on the company gas card in the company vehicle, I'd be mighty pissed. But I'm pissed about it anyways, because what the fuck are we doing in Iran? Anyways, what is the problem? It doesn't end. It doesn't stop. It's not stopping. It's not going down. Wedge, how much is it where you're at? Again, we're at $3.99. I think it was $3.99 on Thursday when I did a Thursday show. It hasn't gone up, but it's been staying at $3.99. Which is about a what? Holy crap. Woo! Damn. $93 to fill the truck up. Light just came on. You can make it. Oh, wait, you filled up already? Or is the light on right now and you just look to make it home, baby? Make it to where you're going. Just make it there. You fill up before you go into the city. You already know. I don't need to tell you. Oh, hey, oh there, hey there, oh there. Okay, $3.89 in the land of cheese. $4.59. Oh. Yeah. When's the mass exodus gonna happen? What are they waiting for? A Muslim mayor? Oh! We're just like, oh, I did, Jerry. Oh, man. Yeah, it's insane. It's truly insane. So I'm like scrolling through Twitter here, just looking at things. And I come across this, and that this better not be true. I know this is, it's not political, but it's still a concern of mine. Because if anybody's a fan of Madden, EA, get my fucking quarterback off of your fucking cover. Get him off of there. Immediately. Immediately. Get my quarterback off of your fucking cover. It's probably fake. It's like a fan-made thing. Just hoping. Look at the only cover I'll accept Caleb being on is Tecmo Super Bowl 2026 coming out in June. Shout out to S Blue Man. I know, right, Wedge? That's like the biggest concern. The curse. Yeah, and the Chunky Soup commercials, too. Those don't help either. Both of those franchises are fucking cursed. EA can't make good video games anymore on purpose. It's not like by accident that they don't know how to make video games now, but they suck at making video games. And Campbell's Chunky Soup is not real meat. Remember about a month or two ago, the Campbell's owner got caught on a hot mic talking about how the meat in their soup isn't real. Whatever the hell production meat is. There we go. Put Jordan Love on that fucker. Put all the NFC North quarterbacks on there, except Caleb. I'm going through here. People seeing what the news is going on right now, seeing what's hot, what's going on. Not a whole lot, really. I really went on a tangent on Thursday, kind of covered like really everything. That Todd Blanche can give the fucking balls on that guy. Alex is here.
Been shot down and now an A-10.
Alex is raising hell right now. Let's check out what Alex has got going on. What you got, Alex? What you got for us, buddy?
As you know, an F-15 has been shot down and now an A-10 Warthog. And the A-10 Warthog was shot down over the Strait of Hormuz on the Iranian side.
So, what did you think was going to happen? You're going to just fly over the Strait of Hormuz just and nothing's going to happen. I don't want to talk to people like they don't know, but F-15s and especially Warthogs, not stealth. So we're just, I bet they were unmanned and just like a remote control flying it over the strait into Iran's territory, hoping it gets shot down, knowing it'll get shot down. So that what? We can escalate this shit. Okay? Bibi's not done. Okay? We could stop sending U.S. troops over there when Bibi says so.
Those are the first planes they're going to send in to soften up the defenses before a U.S. invasion of Krog Island or other areas, which Trump has been advised against. The Pentagon told him, the head of the Army, who they just fired, the Chairman Joint Chiefs, who they haven't fired yet, so many others, Eric Prince, not doves, hawks, but said, don't try a full invasion of Iran. Don't attack Iran, period. And the fact that that Warthog is confirmed to have been shot down, they're trying to find the pilots in the ocean there, is a really bad sign, because I said weeks ago, if you see the A-10s going in, that means ground invasion. So we had sources a week ago, and I don't know if they were accurate.
That's what Wedge just said. It's exactly what the Wedge just said. Warthogs are troop support planes. That's interesting. I wonder. The fucking ground troops are already there. Golly.
From inside the Pentagon, but also strippers and people saying the troops are telling them it was all going to start on Good Friday. That's today. I hope that's wrong. And again, I'm saying all this about Trump, not because I'm a Qatari or Iranian agent, like these Israeli operatives are saying, with no evidence. It's because I don't want Trump to get us in a quagmire and have his agenda destroyed. And again, it just came out that, I knew this years ago, but there's even more documents, that Salem Radio is owned by the Israeli government. And all these talk show hosts attacking Tucker as a Qatari agent are literally on the Israeli payroll. I mean, Israel's openly running our foreign policy. And I don't even hate Israel. I just want Israel running our country and getting us into forever wars. This is crazy. So I pray for the A-10 pilots and just everybody, because if there is a ground invasion, it's going to be so bad. This looks like it started. Hopefully, this is a wake-up call for Trump, because we're like the Martians attacking, Earth when it's from 50,000 foot. But once it gets up close with close air support, the Iranians got a lot of weapons. And if this is a ground invasion, this is just a start. So I pray for sanity. I pray for President Trump, and I pray for peace, because this is such a serious situation. Iran, it's not Iraq or Afghanistan. It is far worse, and that's the facts. I'll be following reports with Alex Jones on X.
Yeah, we kind of figured shit was bad, Alex. When gas prices are soaring. Well, and the fact again that what the hell are we even doing over there anyways? It's fucking ridiculous. Oh man. Oh no. Oh no, not Dan Bongino. Hold on, folks. Hold on. Oh no. Sent you a TikTok of top secret Iranian interceptors. Ooh. Okay, hold on. Hold on now. Hold on. Wait a minute. Hold up. Wait a minute. Let me go. Messages, yeah. Messages. Wedge shared a video. Ooh. Hold on. Let me throw this up here. Hold on now. Oh, okay. You got me. You got me. You really got me. I thought this was going to be I don't know what, like they were going to fly a Warthog or what kind of 5th gen fighter do they got? Oh, okay. Buckle up, folks. Buckle up for this. Hey, Iran's not fucking around, okay? Iran is not fucking all right, that's good. Oh my God, it's Prince Ali. A whole new world with Arabs flying on carpets, shooting down F-35s from out the sky. Then we're in a whole new world with Jews. All right, that was terrible. That was just, I will never sing on the show again. No, where's the thing I just watched? There we go. This one. Okay, so as we know, I do want to cover this though, because this one's been getting this has been nerve-wracking too. So Dan Bongino. K.A.O. Dan Bongino over here. We all know the story. Epstein, he had his own radio show. He's back on the air. But for years and years and years and years, he was talking Epstein. He gets deputy director, FBI, blah, blah, blah. Tells us all there's nothing there. He didn't delete himself. It's a whole thing. Then he's got the balls to go back on the air on his show. And then he just starts like bad-mouthing everybody. He's calling Candace Owens a demon, and he hates Thomas Massey. Tucker Carlson is paid off by Qatar. And so Dan Bongino's got a lot of balls. You know, don't forget the interview that he did some years ago when the reporter had asked him, you know, what's the most important thing that's near and dear to your heart? What's the most important thing? And he goes, Israel. Like, what? So, and he said that. I don't know how old that interview was, but I think it was a couple of years maybe. And then when he gets in the office, boy, he showed it. He showed that it sure was the most important thing near and dear to his heart. Well, anyways, got Jimmy Dore, fellow Chicagoan, friend of the show. He's not a friend of the show. It just sounds funny to say it. Jimmy Dore, fellow Chicagoan, covering Dan Bongino. What do you got to say, Jimmy?
Position. I could not believe what a fraud this guy was. I mean, like an epic level fraud. Whatever you.
I mean, you know, when I was covering up the Epstein files and lying about Epstein killing himself in prison because I saw the files, even though I wouldn't release the files that proved to me. So, you know, I was just making it up and I was lying and covering up for the PDF files who run the country. Oh, that's when I found out Thomas Massey was a fraud. So Massey, Thomas Massey destroyed Dan Bongino or Dan Mangino. God. So here's what Dan Bongino, he tweets this out. I'm frequently disappointed in politicians, but Tom Massey defied the odds in my unfortunate experiences with him as he surpassed my lowest expectations. This zero pretends to be a principled defender of liberty, but in the real world, he supports third world tyranny. Here are the receipts from a phone call I had with this zero, offering him a briefing on multiple investigations he was inserting himself into by publicly commenting on them. Rather than affording the subjects of their cases their constitutional right to due process, Massey chose we waive off the briefings and litigate it on Twitter for clicks. Notice I tried to call him back, but he wasn't interested in facts. It also of note that I never heard a single word from Massey during the process we engaged in to release the Epstein case docs. This process played out in media everywhere, and yet Massey never reached out. Not once. It's almost as if he wants to be a moron. As if ignorance is bliss for him. I'm horrified. I once believed this guy was authentic. And there's this, he shows you these things, but turns out.
That's what I'm talking. That's what I'm talking about. Yeah, you hear this guy? It's almost like if you didn't know any better, he's talking about himself. That's what it sounds like to me. The way he's talking about Thomas Massey right there, it's as if he's talking about himself. Everything, like word for word. Whatever he just thought of Thomas Massey, I think of Dan Bongino. I couldn't have wrote it better than he did.
Guess what? By the way, Thomas Massey supports third world tyranny. I support first world tyranny. Trump takes away all our rights and charges you more at the gas pump. That's first world tyranny, huh?
Third world tyranny was my old punk band he's referring to.
So we're just going to leave it there. We're just going to leave it there,
folks.
And
leave it there.
But guess what? Dan Bongino got community noted on it. You want to hear what the community note it says? The screenshots recycled the same November 2025 phone logs, a 10-minute call plus a missed follow-up. They show contact occurred, but do not refute the January 6th pipe bomb whistleblower letter on mishandling retaliation of Massey's staff threat claims. Bongiorno left the FBI in January 2026. Well, here Thomas Massey replies. He says, Dan, in your first call, which I think is the first and last occasion you and I ever spoke, you seemed upset that I had received and had released FBI whistleblower information about the pipe bomb investigation. I informed you that your staff had threatened to criminally.
Let's not forget too that that pipe bomber was FBI, CIA. She was a female agent. Let's not forget that. May we never forget that.
Investigate my staff as retribution against me for pipe bomb or Epstein activity. 3, you threatened to personally finance a defamation suit against reporters on behalf of a subject. Perhaps it was also a veiled threat to sue me. You said those depositions aren't going to fun for the people involved. I guess aren't going to be fun for the people involved. Or something like that. In any case, Deputy FBI Director should be financing civil lawsuits against reporters covering cases the FBI is working on. Number 4, you said you were going to call every agent in and get to the bottom of the whistleblower issue. 5, you offered me a briefing, but I was going to be tied up until at least 6 p.m. on the Epstein Files Transparency Act. So I asked how late I could get to the briefing, and you said you were going to leave the office at 5 p.m. 5, I asked you a few questions on the call, and your answers indicated to me that you were perhaps less informed than me on some of the issues, or you were going to be less than forthcoming. A few hours after the call, I received and released new FBI whistleblower information regarding the all-hands meeting, which matched what you told me in number 4 above, related to concerns that the meeting was called to out the whistleblowers. Whoa. Wow.
What does that mean?
What do you mean that? No, they wanted to reveal to the public who the whistleblowers were. That's what that means.
Whoa. Okay.
Your second attempted call was the evening I achieved 218 signatures on the Epstein discharge petition, and I had been busy thwarting Mike Johnson's last-ditch effort to derail the Epstein Files Transparency Act. Not sure why your call logs show 1:36 a.m. You called me in the evening, maybe 8-ish. Note, my staff also had the unfortunate pleasure of receiving numerous late-night calls on Signal from FBI staff telling them there were absolutely nothing in the Epstein case and I should back off. So,
It was a long-winded ass reply, Thomas. Sheesh. So either that's a whole bunch of lies or he's putting fucking Bongino in his place. I'm going to pick the latter.
Journal responds. He says, of course, none of what you just vomited out is even remotely close to what happened, but you know that. You were offered an update on the case and you waved it off to continue BSing people on X. You were clear about that on the phone. You're a grifter and a fraud, and you know it. Says Dan
Oh my
Bongino.
God.
Do you
The
remember
podcaster says
that I know?
to the guy who got the Epstein Transparency Act passed.
Right. He's grifting, to get a bigger congressional salary. What are you talking about? He's grifting. He's that. Do you remember I informed you that your staff had threatened my staff? Careful. There are receipts for this. And then Dan Bongino goes silent. So
Leave it there. Leave it there, Dan.
He leaves it there after he said, so Bongino.
They keep twisting the knife because that's what Bongino had said. I'm just going to leave that there, folks. I'm just going to leave that right there. Instead of explaining himself and, informing people, he's just not going to touch whatever that topic was Bongino was covering. I'm just going to leave that there. Okay.
Bruno's kind of overdoing it with the hyperbole, I think. He's really blowing it, and without wearing his leather bear outfit, too. Wow.
Donkey bong.
So brave, so bold. So he got way ratioed, right?
I bet.
So Bongino got like 9,000 likes. But when here's Massey, 18,000. So he doubled it.
Nice.
That's in Bongino's own thread. Bongino he looks like the kind of guy who likes a good spanking. So maybe he enjoyed that spanking. I don't know. Dan Bongino promises to take down Thomas Massey by supporting AIPAC-funded candidate Ed Gelrine, and says Massey is the biggest fraud of his lifetime. He
Really?
adds, who does he think this works with? Who does Bongino? You lost it, Dan. It's over for you. The only people who still want to talk to you are the kind of people you don't want to be around. Their mental cases, okay? Or they're being paid to have an opinion like Cat Turd.
Like Cat Turd. Oh, boy. Somebody on Trump's payroll and AIPAC's payroll. Probably more so AIPAC. Let's hear Danny. I think Danny kind of makes an ass out of himself right here. And then we'll move on to the next thing.
Okay, let's
People
listen
even
to
hate Kamala as much as Dan now.
Right? I know.
After she lost, they didn't hate her the way everyone hates Dan.
So now here's a new video. It's called Welcome to 2 Minutes of Projection starring Dan Bongino.
Now, let's do it.
I have never.
So everything he says here, he's saying about himself.
To tell you something, I have never been as disappointed in a human being in politics as I am in Tom Massey.
Ooh.
I largely stayed out of that race and make too many comments on it. Because the people of Kentucky will choose who they want. If they want Tom Massey, I'm not a resident of that district. I live in Florida. You pick who you want. Got his opponent coming on in just a little bit, about an hour. We'll ask some questions about some issues that matter to you, constitutional carry, Iran, NATO. However, when I got up there in that position, I could not believe what a fraud this guy was. I mean, like an epic level fraud. Whatever you...
I mean, when I was covering up the Epstein files and lying about Epstein killing himself in prison because I saw the files, even though I wouldn't release the files that proved to me. So, I was just making it up and I was lying and covering up for the PDF files who run the country. Oh, that's when I found out Thomas Massey was a fraud. Okay.
Yeah.
Think of this guy, I'm telling you. I have no dog in the fight. I supported him. He is an absolute fraud. Fraud.
It's insane. I mean, it's insane. Dan Bongino has lost his mind. He has literally lost his Israel-loving mind. You hear him? How many times is he going to absolutely just sound disgusted and call Thomas Massey a fraud? The guy who was the deputy director to the FBI and had access to all the Epstein files, and he's covering, just like everybody else in Trump's administration is, the recently fired Pam Bondi, all of them running cover for all the names that won't get unredacted, calling the guy who wants all the names to get unredacted, he's calling that guy the fraud. It is absolutely mind-boggling. And do not believe your lying eyes. Oh my God, it's just woo doggy. This is the reality we're living in. I don't know if I can't say it enough. I don't know, folks. We're not going to vote ourselves out of this. We're just not. We are not voting our way out of this. Oh, man. What a time to be alive, huh? Trying to see what else we got. Oh man, trying to see what else we got here. Twitter is usually pretty up to date, pretty good. Oh, here's Tim Waltz. This is a good one. Everybody knows and loves Tampon Tim. Tim Waltz. He's crying. Let's hear him cry. Hold on.
Crew, this creates danger. And I'll tell you what, in my time on this, I'd never seen this before. People driving by my house and using the R word in front of people. This is shameful.
Calling him retarded. People are driving by Tim Waltz's house and going, "Hey, you fucking retard!"
And I have yet to see an elected official, a Republican elected official, say, "You're right, that's shameful." He should not say it. So look, I'm worried. We know how these things go. They start with taunts, they turn to violence. So
no, that's you guys. Nice try, though. That's you guys. You guys go from taunts to violence. Conservatives don't do that. Knock it off. Stop lying. Stop gaslighting people. That's kind of been the kind of Achilles heel conservatives have had for a long time. They get poked, they get poked, they get poked, they get poked, and they don't do shit. I don't know. Call it the moral high ground. Call it they're conceal carrying and don't want shit to escalate, so they're just like, yeah, you just keep poking the bear, fuckhead. You keep poking the bear. But yeah, they poke and they poke. The second you poke them once or twice, you're getting a brick thrown at you. So nice try, Tim Walz. Okay, it wasn't conservatives burning down fucking Minneapolis. You might want to check that again, buddy. The hard R and everything. Just retard. Hard R. What? Cash Patel's posting on Twitter. Go to bed, Cash. Nobody wants to hear you. What else we got? Alex, I'm not even entertaining that, bro. Ooh, that one stings. Let's see. La, 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 la. Ooh, what's that? No. Nah, we already talked about the A10 Warthog. Boop, 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 boop. Um, this is interesting. That's 49 minutes. I'm not watching that. Hopefully, you guys like Tucker. You guys a fan of Tucker? I like old Tuck. I like Tucker. Create. Oh, snap. Good evening, sir. Good evening. Romy, what do you got? You know what the difference is between my wife and my job after 3 years? Oh, my job still sucks. Oh, sorry to hear that, Romy. I'm sorry. No, I know. I know it's a joke. You're not serious. Yeah. Yeah, when Tucker was like on Fox, there'd be some moments that he's got one of those attitudes and laughs that you would just want to deliver one of these right into his suckle. But if he was on the other side of the aisle, if you would, I use that term loosely. But then, like, he gets fired from Fox, which I'm surprised they didn't fire him much sooner, because I had seen a bunch of his reports that would make YouTube clips or whatever, and I'm like, he said that on Fox? And he's not fired yet? But then eventually, when it caught up to him and they fired him, and then he started his home network, he has been on fire. And then he's doing something right when the establishment is calling him a traitor and he's on Qatar's payroll, and you're like, okay, he's doing something right. He's doing something right. When they start going after you like they do Alex Jones, you're doing something right. He has a little spirit, chooses the truth over blatant lies. Yeah, and he just asking questions. I mean, some months ago on this show, I covered that interview he did with Ted Cruz. He was just asking simple questions. It's not like he was fucking taking the screws to Ted Cruz. He wasn't. He was just asking simple questions. And Ted Cruz was crashing out, as the kids will say. Crashing out. Yeah. Yeah. I don't know, though. Charlie Kirk was pretty damn big. Took his ass right out. We find our missing firefighter yet? What up, boys? Were you guys all in the same chats? You guys all rolled in at the same time. Good evening, boys. How's it going? Y'all just rolled in. You guys drove here together? You guys, Big Mike picked you up in his new car, picked you all up and brought you over? Nice. Who's the designated driver tonight? You were out joyriding. You took that new whip out on the highway. Punch it, honey. Punch it. Hell yeah, Romy. I said that at the top of the show. I filled up my work van today. All right. And just 2.5, 3 weeks ago, for the longest time, it would cost $30 to fill up my work van. $30. It's a small little van. It's like a Ford Transit. $30 to fill it up when it's on E. And today I filled up and it was $47. So from $30 to $47, Lord have mercy. $3.99 gas is at, I'm in North Carolina. Gas $3.99. You guys have a secret Discord where you guys plot and what you guys are going to game plan on what to talk about on the Book of Ezra. Nice. Some of us are fashionably early. Wedge was here like during the intro. I did like a 15-second cold open monologue, and Wedge was in here before the intro was over. Yeah. You got it. Nice. Heated seats. God, you gotta love the heated seats. Heated steering wheel for those brittle fucking cold winters. Did I say britter? Those brittle cold ass winters. I'm worried my son, who's 19, might be sent to get killed over this. Yeah. Because ass hat, Mr. 180 degree Duncan, fucking Donald Trump, Mr. 180 himself, didn't rule it out when asked about it. Would you do it? Would you enlist a draft? I wouldn't not enlist a draft. He didn't say it quite like that, but he might as well have. So I heard USA authorized gas to go up 15. Go to 15% ethanol. Starts in May. Huh? Is that bad? I don't know. What does that mean? Watering down our gas? You're gonna water it down more? They're gonna make a new octane level. Create shouting out Wedge. Trump is just jealous he never got into Skull and Bones. Well, apparently he made his way to Epstein Island enough times, so kind of the same thing. They just don't let him in on some of the secrets, but in terms of all the shenanigans and demonic rituals, he was, he knows about that. That's why he didn't want him at Mar-a-Lago. Remember, he made a big deal. Get that fucking loser off my Mar-a-Lago. Get him out of here. I groom my own girls. Whoa, hey, easy. Whoa. Hey there, ho there. Good old Baron is 6'9", so he won't have to go to they don't go anyways, Romy. They don't go anyways. So gas can have 10% ethanol, which is less efficient and hurts small engines. At 15%, it could hurt cars and evaporate right out of your tank. Oh, yeah, they're doing that. Oh, that's happening. If the gas could be evaporating out of our tanks right now. Oh, yeah, they're doing that. That's happening. You said when? It starts in May. God, we can't win. I'm telling you, that draconian fist is squeezing tighter and tighter. Like it again. It doesn't fucking matter. Does it matter? Does it matter what party, the president or the Senate or the House? Does it fucking matter? It doesn't. It doesn't. It's all just big fucking illusion. Like, oh yeah, my slave master's better than yours. No, well, they're actually buddies, and they go to islands together, and they keep each other's secrets. They don't tell on each other. Yeah, so there's that. Again, no politician, Republican or Democrat, can make an American's life this much fucking better. Just this much. Can you make our lives this much fucking better? They can't. They can't. They have some voice in their head that just won't allow it. Big Mike, there's a clip about the draft from the Wonder Years that hits hard between Kevin's father and his hippie sister's boyfriend, really. I mean, that was real shit, man. Straight up. Can you imagine getting drafted to Vietnam? Kind of like this war with Iran. The Americans were probably like, what in the fuck are we going there for? And for what? Why? And then it gets escalated and then put boots on the ground. And then they draft fucking guys. Nuts. And again, it is the most infuriating thing to have the situation where, again, rich fucking bastards who have all the inside trade tips, secrets, right? Inside trade deals, backroom deals with big conglomerates, going off to Epstein Islands and all these other things. Not their fucking kids. Their kids don't go. But they're the ones who decide, hey, you want to do some war this year? Fucking hey, man, I thought you'd never ask. Another war? Fuck yeah. About time you brought that up. And then shit starts escalating, getting serious, and talking about drafts and shit. We didn't fucking ask for this shit. We didn't ask to go to Iran. And again, that's something cross party lines. I don't care if you vote Republican or Democrat. I don't. I know for a fact none of us want to go to Iran. None of us. For no reason. Big Wedge, more ethanol, lower miles per gallon. God fucking, there it is. As if the prices aren't hiking up enough. Learn, good to see you here tonight, sir. What up, Learn? Did you hear the report that Matt Gaetz said an Army official told him we have multiple sites where there are? Yes. I did skim through. I saw that on Twitter like yesterday or the day before. I didn't listen to the whole thing, but I saw the headlines and the little text. I didn't watch it, but damn. Is there a Simpsons episode where Americans go to fight in Israel? Because if there is, we're screwed exactly. Yep. Just you know what? I'm going to start rewatching Simpsons episodes and see if they do touch on this whole Iran shit. Because the Simpsons have nailed it. Again, they're in tune with that. I don't know what. I think Matt Groening has. I think he's in the files, and I'm not even joking. I know this is a comedy show / conspiracy theorist show, but I no, I'm serious. I think Matt Groening is in the files. You have to fact check me, but I could have sworn I heard it like 3 times. I've heard it. But yeah, Learn says, holy smokes, I didn't know you were as crazy as me. No wonder I found you. See, I just said this last episode on Thursday. Learn, I said, as long as I keep doing this, we're going to find each other. It's the way, just the way the universe works. Birds of a feather flock together. Or, because I do believe in that, like attracts like type of deal, laws of attraction type of deal. However, I think just humanity is kind of having like an epiphany, an enlightenment, if you will, or dare I say, a grand awakening. It's not happening as fast as I would like, but I think it's really happening. I think a lot of people are really starting to wake up and go, wait a minute. It doesn't fucking matter who's I vote into office. Does my vote even matter? No, it hasn't in a long time. All those people are handpicked by AIPAC, Skull and Bones, Bilderberg, the Trilateral Commission, you name all the big names that we know. Handpicked, and then they're like, hey, you could either pick this guy or this guy. And they're both on our team. So you go ahead and you vote whoever you want. They'll do exactly what we want. But yeah, Learn, I'm crazy, bro. I'm fucking crazy. Create, see, it's with welcome arms, open arms. As long as we all believe that we have to choose a party. Yeah, man, that's it. And I think that's what Americans are waking up to. I really do. it's just like, again, because we're looking around and we're seeing, like, I keep saying it, draconian fist, right? The draconians, the reptilian alien life forms that eat humans and whatever. That's a different topic. But anyways, whoever's actually controlling shit, they're very draconian in nature. And that grip of theirs, again, it's tighter and tighter and tighter until we have no more freedoms. We're not going to own anything and be happy. You know, all the shit that they flaunt and say out loud because they have to. And then if we just go along with it and we live in some free will universe, if we go along with it, then it's okay because we chose to go along with it. And I just really think, again, that Americans are kind of like, you know what? Hold on, just time out. Something's not right. Time out. And so, but it's not happening fast enough. We should already been woke up. And my fear is that it's already too fucking late. It's already too late. We'll hit critical mass of people who have woken up, and it's done. It's a wrap. Right now, the way I look at the chessboard, and mind you, I don't know everything, but it's fucking checkmate from what I'm seeing. The only thing we have left is to kind of just go, all right, we're not playing the game no more. We're just not going to play. We're not playing the game. Done. Free thought allowed in here. Learn. We waking up. The meek shall inherit the earth. See Rob Schneider saying we need to bring the draft back. What the fuck happened to Rob Schneider, man? They got to him. Either that or he was faking it when we thought he was on our side. Because, right, he was pushing back on the PC shit and all that. Seemed very conservative leaning a bit, and just now he's like, yeah. Fuck you, Rob Schneider. Jekyll Island. Council on Foreign Relations. Caste system bullshit. Albino lizard shape-shifting bastards. You have more in common with your neighbor than any politician, and it's crazy we fight our neighbors and praise the overlords who mock us. Well said. Well said. Let's just go rescue the orphan gears, dude. The orphan gears? Maybe the aliens will just put us out of our misery. Yeah, no. I don't know. It depends who. Because it might already be, the whole system might be that. You know, our world leaders are being told how to build the society in a way where it's like we're at, a fucking prison planet. And pretty soon they're going to have us in 5-minute cities. Where you're not traveling nowhere. You're going to need special permits to be on the highway. You're going to stay in a 5-minute city. And go ahead and let them catch you on the highway without proper authorization and find out what happens. Problem is, learn. Despite all my rage, I'm still just a rat in a cage. You know, Billy Corgan pretty woke, huh? The real woke, not that fake dumb shit. Billy Corgan out there with his eyes wide open. Big Mike, you were just about to bring up the 5-minute cities. Yeah, because that's part of it. That's part of the... So depending on how it goes, right? So the economy is going to get real bad. This war is going to keep escalating. They're going to unroll. They're going to roll out Project Bluebeam, which is going to be holographic images that we can't discern between fake or reality. Alien ships in the sky. We're all going to fucking freak the fuck out. Because don't forget, this all ties in with what Israel wants to do. They're pushing this war because they want to usher in what they think the Messiah is going to come. Because the second, like, Israel's on its last breath, right, or something, the Messiah is supposed to come back and then start that whole shit. They think rushing it is going to bring that faster. And then what comes out of that? Somebody's supposed to be this one. It's the Antichrist, essentially. I was going to say some long thing. The Antichrist, who says, no, I know you guys are panicking. There's aliens. There's endless war. We're threatening each other with nukes. Shit's getting crazy. I got the solution. I can fix this. We just need one world government. Okay? Everybody's going to be the same. Everybody's going to get the same thing. Nothing, but at least you're all getting it. Okay? Nice and even. We're going to need to put chips in you. And then we're going to need to collect you all. You all need to get to city centers immediately. Because they'll tell you, they'll scare the shit out of you. Be like, yeah, if you live out in rural areas, you're going to starve to death. No, you got to get to the centers. The big metropolises, you got to get in there because that's where we're getting all the supplies sent to. You got to get in there. And then once you get in there, you ain't getting out. You could try to leave, but they're going to have all that shit barricaded with military. Up the wazoo. Corgan is the man. The best song of all time. I tell my kids, because my kids will argue because they have different music taste. And me being a musician as well. Music is subjective. I didn't mean to say it like that, Create. Best song of all time. Like, if it is to you, that's what's up. I like Smashing Pumpkins, though. I'll say that. I am a Smashing Pumpkins fan. But Tonight's not one. That's not one of my favorite songs by them. They're buying up all the land so us country folk can't live in peace. Yes. And all the farmland and shit. Because don't forget, they're buying up all the farms. Oh, I forgot that. I wanted to play this last show, and I forgot. Somebody remind me, Bill Gates. Someone remind me. All right, remember what Bush Sr. said? Imagine, yes. It would bring us all together. Oh, yeah, how many times? I would like to find that out. I'd probably try to Google that. Because, yeah, how many times did Bush Sr. actually say New World Order? He said it a fuck ton. He said it a lot. Don't forget, before he was president, he was director of the CIA. And then before that, he was absolutely in Skull and Bones. Let's see, learn. These freaking people, the book they read from says, paraphrase, no man knows the time or the season, not even the sun, but only the Father knows the day and the season. But they think they know. Well, so, and that's going to be part of their demise, I think. Okay, it's one of my working theories. Like, I'm thinking to myself, you're going to try to fucking rush this, and you're only going to fucking, like, defeat yourself by doing this. It's a possibility. They will say the Antichrist will be a man who survives a mortal wound. Keep your eyes open. Uh-oh. Is Charlie Kirk coming back? Is Charlie Kirk even dead? Pink Floyd time. Now you're talking. Money. It's a hit. Now you guys are talking now. All right, now you're speaking my language. Hey, I have a lot of best songs of all time. Gigi D'Agostino. Read a Pale White Horse. Yeah, I've done it. I'm sure. I bet you everybody in this room's read it. I have a funny story about this, as a matter of fact. Pale White Horse. Okay, godly. I learned my politics from Megadeth. Yeah. Okay, Pale White Horse. Check this out. I had the craziest day. This was probably 5-6 months ago, so pretty recent. Again, I go to about 8 to 10 customers' houses a day. I go to this lady's apartment. I'm there to fix something. I fix furniture, y'all, for Ashley Home Store. There, I said it. Don't tell nobody. I'm actually going to edit this out. So anyways, I do their warranty repairs. Anywho, I'm at this lady's apartment, and I'm there to fix her table. As soon as I walk in, on her coffee table, she has that book. No, fuck, I need to go back. At the stop before I got to her house. Let me start there. I'm sorry. I go to change out a mechanism in a recliner. All right. And the guy, we're talking, and we kind of hit it off right away. Because we went like, he brought it up. He said something about 9/11, and I kind of looked at him a certain way. And I was like, what do you mean 9/11? And he's like, Building 7? And then we just went off to the races after that. Well, he tells me, but I don't lean too heavy into conspiracies, having been so close to one. And I'm like, really? And he's like, yeah. And I'm like, go ahead, tell me. You don't have to hide it from me. Go ahead, tell me. Now I'm telling his news I'm not giving his name. Oh, but inadvertently, I guess I am. He goes, yeah. Do you know this book, Pale White Horse? I said, oh, yeah, man, I've read that before. And he's like, okay. He's like, my dad was the sheriff who responded to his house the night that he got shot. Because, he got shot and killed by police officers and local sheriff. And I was like, oh. And he's like, yeah. And everybody thinks like my dad and his co-workers were a part of some grand scheme to kill the author of that book. And he's like, but that wasn't the case. He tries telling me the story now. He says he heard the story from his dad, and if his dad was involved in anything, would I expect his dad to say, yeah, son, you see, I got approached by some dark figures who said that guy had to go, so he went. I wouldn't expect him to say that. Anywho, what happened is like, I guess, yeah, and that's his name, Bill Cooper. Thank you, Create. Like, he was kind of like losing his mind a little bit, if you will, because he lived up on a mountain, like on a ridge, and his property was just a small portion of the ridge. There was recreational parks at the top of this ridge. There were other houses as well. Well, he would come yelling and screaming out of his house, yelling at the people who were in the recreational park, because it was like right there near his property. He could see them. And he was paranoid and freaking out there. And who the fuck are you guys with? You with the fucking CIA? Or you with FBI? Get the fuck out of here. And blah, blah, blah. So I guess the cops would always have to respond because people are calling them being like, dude, this guy is acting erratic as shit. Like, and we're scared. He's acting like he's going to be violent. So the cops would respond a bunch. And then just one night he was fucking losing his mind again, and they responded, and he came out with a gun. He shot at the officers. They returned fire, and he's dead. And I was like, wow, really? Your dad was the sheriff who was there at when that whole incident happened? Wow. So whatever, I'm done fixing his thing. All right, you have a good one. I think we did exchange numbers. However, the very next stop that I went to was the lady's apartment, as I mentioned. And on her coffee table, she had the book on her coffee table. And I didn't even take 2 steps into her dining area when I said, you're not going to believe this. You're totally not even going to believe this. But I'm going to tell you because I'm sitting here like in amazement that what's happening right now. I go, that book on your coffee table, I just left the kid's house whose dad was the sheriff who was there when that, I don't know what you want to call it. I was going to say murder, but I don't know what it was. When that whole incident happened, the author got shot and killed by the police. Just left the sheriff's kid's house right now. She was like, shut up. No way. And I'm like, I know. It's just fucking weird. That's crazy. But yeah, Bill Cooper. Shh. Get your wood crayon out. Hi, your mother-in-law's an appraiser. Yeah, there's all kinds out there. And it's kind of cool because like meeting all the people that I do, I kind of get to canvas, and I will do it from time to time. I like to do, and it's very subtle. You've never met anybody else who's read it? Oh my God. See, we flock together, man. I don't know what it is. I don't make the rules of the universe. I just abide by them. But I don't know why that is, but I'm glad you found us. I'm glad you're here. Stay. Don't go nowhere. We're building something nice here. I call it's a depth check. I call it a depth check. Like, I picture every human being as like a body of water, and I'll toss a pebble into the body of water just to see, is the water only this deep, or is the water like really deep? And I do it real subtly. Customers don't even know. People don't even know I'm doing it. I could ask them what they think about the draft coming up and talking to them for 3 minutes about something, and I'll go, okay. I could bring up 9/11 with this person or whatever, or just go, yeah, nah, I'll just shut up, do my job, and get up out of here. But again, I've been doing this now for 11 years, and you just see like this, I don't know what you'd call it, the awakening that I'm talking about. I'm telling you, it's a lot of people. But it's not happening fast enough because, like, even me and my daughter today, we were coloring Easter eggs. And even my daughter feels the same way that I do about like, she's like, I can't believe not enough people, like not Americans aren't with fucking torches and pitchforks going to DC over these fucking Epstein names that we're not getting. And I go, yeah, now you know my frustration. That's why I do 2 shows a week about it. Cause I need to vent. Cause like me personally, there's no fucking room for people like that in this world. There's not. Okay. People make mistakes. Yeah, that's life. But that type of shit, and then you got our politicians fucking running cover for them all? Nah, man, you got to go. Sorry. I was okay with the backroom deals you fuckheads were doing. I was cool with that. I just figured, yeah, that's part of playing ball. I get it. But that other shit, nah. And even worse than like, burn it all down. Then fuck it. Burn it all down. They're all getting arrested. No. Like, drug out to the middle of the street. You know what I mean? There's no room for you here. I'm not having my tax dollars pay for 3 hots and a cot for you. Not happening. Let me see. Sorry, I'll get all amped up and go on a little baby rants here. Oh, Create's like, I'm reading that shit right now. Because you watched a lot of Bill Cooper, but not much of a reader. Kids got switches live streaming, but a whole community got X'd out over a sawed-off shotgun. Fucking crazy. Fucking crazy, man. My depth check is, have you checked in with the sacred plants? I can usually see it in people's eyes if they have become aware of the other dimensions that exist. Yeah, sometimes you just be really receptive with people. It's body language. It's how they say things. It's what they say. It's what they don't say. If you're receptive enough, you pick up on it. I've gotten so close to being deep, but then every time, without fail, boobies. You're just a man, learn. Don't beat yourself up. You're just a man. Okay, you're just flesh and bone. It's fact. I'm not making a joke. It's funny because it's true, but it's fact. You're just a man. We're all just men here. We get distracted by boobies, okay? It's perfectly fine. You could still maintain your spirituality and deep thoughts. But sometimes when you need a motorboat, just motorboat, baby. So you got to release. Okay, you can't always just be on this. That's why on my other channels, I'll play video games because, look, I got to decompress. And then from time to time, don't tell the missus, but sometimes we'll. I'm just kidding. You got to decompress, right? You can't be like always on. The switch can't always be on. That book is now on my list. I never read it, and I read a lot. Yeah, I'm surprised, Big Mike. As much as you read, you never read that one. Put that on the list. It's a good one. Whiskey for my men, beer for my horses. So are those lyrics? Or do you really have horses? And you're like, here's a little Yingling for you here, Applejack. I like Basil Hayden myself. It's a bourbon. Basil Hayden. Great. I don't drink that much, but when I do, it's Basil Hayden. We're all sinners, baby. Hey, come on. Like, God made boobies, okay? Ain't nothing wrong with boobies. God made it, so it's all right. Just make sure they're not anybody else's boobies. Then you'll be wrong. Quick off topic. Since I'm addicted to mock drafts, our Bears did that thing last year we weren't expecting. So I did a crazy mock draft. Trade up to 4. You traded up to 4? I'd love to know what you gave up to move up to 4. But I tell you what, because me and Wedge were talking about tomorrow's topics, you just nailed it. That's what we're going to do. We're going to have a special Easter mock draft tomorrow morning. Because trying to find a good draft pick is like trying to find the Easter eggs on an Easter egg hunt. It's the equivalent. Sin just means the moon. Religion just wants us to judge ourselves and put ourselves in a mental and emotional prison. That's, again, I felt that way about Catholicism, because they tell you the second you're born, you're no good. You're bad. Right out of the womb. You're a sinner. You're born a sinner. I'm like, what? I just literally got here and I'm already fucked. That's nice. But religion has a great way of, like, you can really control billions of people by scaring the living shit out of them and talking down to them and telling them, yeah, you're not shit. Okay? You ain't shit. And like, I don't know. That's just it has come off to me kind of, like a wet blanket, a little bit. I think that's Catholicism for you. I think that's why a lot of Catholics kind of walk away from the dogma and all that. What's wrong with boobies? That's what I'm talking. Nothing. Not a damn thing. We're talking nourishment. The puppies literally mean like life. Chris hacked this dude's account. Yes, pick 25. So you traded 25, next year's 1. And they just took just that because look, we are already having late first round picks, and watch Bailey's tape. Oh my God. Then I took Lee Hunter at 57. So they who was the team? Who sits at 4? And they moved from 4 to 25 and then get next year's first round, which, if we hope the Bears have a great season this year, is going to be another late rounder, right? So I get what you're saying there. Who the fuck took that? Tennessee? That sounds about right. That sounds right. Because, yeah, Tennessee. Tennessee takes 25 and next year's 1, which, again, will hopefully be, let's say, 30. So next year they'll be picking whatever they pick, and then again at 30, 31. Come on, Super Bowl. Let's go. God made me. He made the parents that raised me. He created the world that programmed me. but I'm the problem. Yeah. Yeah, learn. You're the fucking problem. You're the burden. You're the reason everything's all fucked up. But they say that to all of us. I don't mean you, learn. That's the messaging to us. I know you know what I mean. I've been called a little bastard my whole life, so it makes sense. Oh, Wedge, LOL. Oh, shit. Illinois lost. Was hoping they would make it all the way. Yeah. Damn it, Chris. We're trying to solve the world's problem. Get off that trade BS. Not S-Create. That's not Chris. Trust me, they're not the same. I've seen them both in the chats at the same time. I've been waiting for Chris, actually. He had showed up to, was it a bear show? Wednesday's bear show? That was it. Okay. It's coming back. Chris was here on Wednesday's bear show. And during the bear show, he's bringing up Trump, which me and Wedge were trying to keep the show on the rails and saying, hey, that's, Ezra does a couple other separate shows there and, show up there. So I told Chris, yeah, tomorrow night, because I do the Book of Ezra, this political conspiracy shit rants on Thursday and Saturday nights. So I'm like, come tomorrow. I'm doing Decoded on Thursday, show up. And he's like, all right. And he didn't show up on Thursday. I know. People got lives and stuff to do, but I was hoping that he'd show up because he was talking political shit during a bear show. So I'm like, oh, yeah, come to my show and talk politics. Bring it. Bring it, brother. But he didn't show up. And he's not here tonight either. But it's a holiday weekend, so everybody's, with families and stuff. Except us. We get our little conspiracy fixes on Saturday night. We're going to make it happen. Yeah, see? I told you. Create, he's not Chris. He's Diamond. Wedge, I posted a Ben Johnson video for you guys on my Twitter. Great clip for the show. Yeah, that too. I mean, if you guys follow us on Twitter, and you guys, again, even for this show, okay, for this show and the Bear show, hell, even my video games channel. If you guys don't, I didn't put it in the description. I started because I was streaming video games on this channel, the Book of Ezra, but I'm trying to separate it all because I guess my algorithm's a hot mess if I'm doing 3 different things out of one channel. So I had to separate. There's Everything Bears. There's the Book of Ezra, which is like what we're doing tonight and on Thursdays. And then video games, I made 8-Bit God. So I don't know. I'll put it in the comments or something. Go subscribe to the video game channel. The last 2 days I've been playing A Link to the Past, Zelda from the SNES. And it's a laugh riot because, those Zelda games, there's no voice acting in it, right? You have to read everything. So, I'm putting voices on these characters. It's hilarious. And then, of course, I'm ad-libbing with the NPCs. Like I'm actually Link. I put up a short today. It was pretty funny. I crack myself up. He talking about Chris Burr. He's talking about Chris Burr. Yeah. Chris is a good guy. He's always in here giving us the business. I think he's like a Dallas fan. But to bust our balls, he'll be a Saints fan. He'll be a Seahawks fan. He'll be a Patriots fan. He's funny. He's a good dude, though. Chris, a good guy. Learn. Me, Chris, fan war. First debate. Then MMA. Loser cries on stream. Don't forget, Learn. Apparently, he fucking trains for that MMA shit. Maybe just keep it a debate. Keep it verbal. Oh, no, Learn, you said you fucking trained too. You know what? We're going to set this up. Oh, what's my philosophy on if man is meant to be with just women? Really? You want to go here? You want to hear my opinion on this? Okay, so let me first start this off by saying, that's a good question, Romy. That's a good one. Because it's very nuanced. Maybe not nuanced. I don't get to say it much. How about that? So I need to be nuanced when I say it so I don't come off sounding like a caveman. But here, I'm libertarian, I guess, at the end of the day. Like, I don't give a shit what people do in their private life. I don't give a shit. I don't care. Whatever makes you happy. As long as you're a good person, fuck it. You don't have to answer to me. God didn't put me here to judge, not me. I'm the last person in the world who should be judging anybody with my fucking past. So I don't. Whatever you do, again, just be a good person. Don't hurt our elderly and don't hurt our children. I don't give a fuck what you do. Now, on a personal, deeper level, I look at the design of the universe. We were designed to be just that. Because if the grand design was for men to be with men and women to be with women, we would have been extinct that fast. So I don't know if that whole thing starts to happen in a society when there's too many motherfuckers. Does the energy just all of a sudden go, we're going to throw in some gays? Because they're populating way too fast. If everybody's just straight. I don't know. All I'm saying is, again, that I think the cosmos or the creator had a vision, if you will, and that was not part of it. But again, I am of the firm belief that nobody should be telling anybody what to do, like at all, like ever. Like the whole thing with the My Body, My Choice, that was my favorite during COVID. That was my favorite. Because the one side that we always hear, my body, my choice, my body, my choice, we hear it all the time. They have parades and they're in your face about it and they'll hit you with a fucking brick over it. All right, yeah, your body, your choice. Yeah, whatever. But then also on the other side of their mouth is if you don't get this fucking jab, you're a Nazi, racist, homophobic, Islamophobic, all the phobics, racist, Nazi, grandma killer, science denier, anti-vaxxer, every stupid CIA fucking coined phrase they could call you, they called you it. Wait, whoa, what happened to my body, my choice? What happened? No? Just whenever it's convenient for you? Got it. But very good question, Romy. I like that. I hope I answered your question. Oh, one woman. I mean, if you know what, again, because I don't want anybody telling anybody what to do. If you can handle more than one, kudos to you. Okay. Can you imagine? I've been married in May. It'll be 31 years. All right. 31 years with the same lady, same woman. I couldn't imagine two of them. Fuck, I'm good. I'm good with the one. For a man who wants 2, 3, by all means, Godspeed, brother. Some good ones today. Snakes back there. Oh, he saw that. That was good. Oh, yeah, create for reals. Like, we got it. Okay. Like, I have Dolphin. I already got Dolphin. Like, 4 swords would be cool. I would like if we could all, I don't know how I'd be able to do that one though. Shit. Like did the Tecmo Super Bowl where everybody picks a team and then we go through the season. But that might be tough because again, I don't know what online capabilities are available. You definitely know more than me. I know I said I was going to look into it, but I was so busy. I got caught up downloading more emulators because I wanted to play PS1 games, I wanted to play PS2 games, SNES games, so I did get Dolphin though. I got Dolphin. I use Dolphin to run my the NFL Street. When I stream that, I'm using Dolphin. But yeah, we absolutely need to do that. I just tagged you guys in it. It's silly but funny to me. I also started off the show. I don't know. Again, oh yeah, you guys drove here together. Did you see on Twitter somebody mocked Caleb Williams on the cover of the next Madden? I was immediately like, get my fucking quarterback off of that cover right now. Get my quarterback off that fucking cover. Oh my God. Please don't. The guy who makes the updated rosters for Tecmo Super Bowl, Tecmo Super Bowl 2026, he put Caleb on the cover. I'm okay with that. There is no Tecmo Bowl curse. Okay? It's a fucking Madden curse. Get my boy off that fucking thing. Wedge. Cage match. They've got some things to work out, those two. Let's see. The mind is capable of so many different idealisms. Who are we to control someone's mind in relationships? I'm tired of control. Are you? Absolutely. That's why I don't do it. I won't do it. I have my opinions and my deep, deep down opinions on things, but to tell somebody else that they're right or wrong for doing it, nah. Nope. Not that guy. I'm not that guy. No. The Grand Design made some dudes who want to bang dudes. Really don't care. Imagine you're gay, but you're supposed to do chicks anyways. Yeah, you wouldn't be able to. Ding-a-ling wouldn't work because you're just not into the ladies. And like I said, again, I don't care what somebody... I have gay friends. I don't care what you do in private. I don't. Again, simple. Be a good person. Yeah? Be kind. Be understanding. Be good. Be good company. Bring a side when I invite you over for barbecue. Don't care what you do in private. Don't care. It's none of my business. I ain't concerned and worried about what other dudes are doing in their bedrooms. Not my thing. I've been with a bunch of women until I found the right women, but I'm 100% committed to her for life. Like wolves. That's what I call me and my wife. We're like wolves. Once you made it after the one time, they stay together till they're dead. Any words or terms to look up on the Epstein library? Todd Blanche. Todd Blanche. I want to see how many times that fucker's in the emails. Because he told on himself the other day. After they fired Pam Bondi and hired Todd Blanche and he came out and did what he did, I covered it on Thursday's show. I was like, he's in the files. He's in there. He just told on himself. Thank you. On 31 years, that's unheard of today, I know. It's a lot of work, okay? It's a lot of work. Back to astrology. I'll credit astrology a little bit. Me and my wife have the same birthday. So she's like a female version of me. And I'm like the male version of her. So it kind of worked. And that's ironically how we met in high school, senior year. Gym class. And that's how it was done, too. The gym teacher blew the whistle. And it was like first period. My first period was gym class. And the gym teacher's like, all right, I want everybody to line up. According to birthdays, January down there, December down there, fill it in. You got 3 minutes, Everybody's like, where's February? March? Okay, March. So that's what I found. March. Boom. I sit down, park my ass. And then like 2 minutes later, she comes up and she's trying to find is this March? I'm like, yep, this is March right here. And then she stands right here, right next to me. She stands. And, I'm 17 years old, like just, probably drooling because I'm still asleep. And then she kind of nudges me and goes, March what? And I'm like, March 10th. And she starts going, oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God. And I'm like, whoa. What's going on here? She's like, no, you don't get it. Not 5 minutes ago in the girls' locker room, I was getting dressed in my gym clothes. I was telling my friends that I'm going to marry the man who has the same birthday as me. Talking about shooting your shot. Of course, I'm Pisces, so I'm like, hey, take it easy. There's probably like, a bazillion other guys out there with March 10th for a birthday. Let's calm down. Even though my heart inside, I was like, oh, damn, this girl's hot. And she just said that she's going to marry me. That's crazy. Nah. We cut the rest of the day of school to smoke cigarettes, and we traded earrings, and that was it. 5 kids later, 31 years later. But thank you guys. Thank you so much. You've been with your wife for 20, so you know it's hard work. It's not fucking easy. There's sometimes something. It's like this. It's tough communication. That's my advice. Always talk. Discord server, brother. Okay, Discord. That's where it all goes down. Because you're friends with me on Twitter. Can you send me a link to the Discord that you're in? Or did you already do that and I'm just retarded? Because that could be a thing. Ezra is retarded. You just take our video and stream it. And my voice would be in there because of oh. So that's how, okay. Yeah, so I'll just capture the window that our video's in and then live stream that. Or I can record it. I tend to like not recording, even though I did just get a 2 terabyte C drive in my PC. I don't want to fill that motherfucker up right away. I like to live stream shit now because it just archives right to whatever I'm streaming on. It's great. You have NFL Street. Let's go. Be good. Be good. But me, a bad motherfucker when you have to. It's always. Let's not forget that too. That's the other side. We're just men, right? We're just men. So we are good, but don't push a man. Don't push a man. You don't want to push a man. Todd Blanche shows up one time, and it's a handwritten log of some sort. That's it. Damn it. Oh, Learn, you got to split. Should be at least 6 likes, man. Thanks, Learn. Good to see you. Have a good night. You're out of here. But Todd Blanche only once? Nah, man. The way he was acting the other day sounded like he was riddled in that fucking bitch. If you can't be good at being good, be good at being bad. That was my dad's mantra. You know what? That's kind of not a bad. That's kind of not a bad theory there. Because I'd heard from some old wise man I met during my journey. He had said, if you're going to be stupid, you got to be smart. If you're going to be stupid, you got to be smart. So, like, if you're going to do something fucking stupid and maybe possibly illegal, you better be smart so that you don't get caught. Oh, Romy, I was set up, I tell you. Yeah, same birthday, man. Same birthday. Goofy shit. Either way, if you have a server, send me a link, or I'll send you one of mine. Yes, I'll send later. Okay. Yep. Holy shit, Todd Blanche may have visited Epstein in jail. There is a connection there, as a matter of fact. It's a jail visiting log. Yeah, I forgot where I heard the connection was with him and Epstein. Fuck, it's on the tip of my tongue. Fuck. Oh, no shit. Check you out. You guys too. And that would make 2 Libras. Yeah? But 1972 and 1976. Okay, so that's the difference. I'm 1978, and my wife is 1979. So I'm exactly 1 year older than her. If you scroll down, they highlighted it, but the name's blacked out. And then, yes, to the Libras. 2 Libras. Well, that has to be nice. 2 people just always wanting to keep the peace. That's all right. All right, hey, I gotta share this. I have to share this. I wanted to do this last show and I forgot. Because I had been talking about this since I started the show. I've been talking about this fucking clip, and like it keeps getting taken down on YouTube over and over and over again. Somebody will throw it up on YouTube and then it gets taken back down. Somebody throws it up, somebody takes it back down. They keep. Okay, so here's our boy. He's another Epstein Island frequenter. This guy's got his what do they call those? His airline miles to Epstein Island. This guy's a regular on the Lolita Express. Bill Gates. Okay, I've been talking about this forever. Can never find the footage. Somebody shared it on Twitter. I immediately retweeted it right to my timeline. This is Bill Gates. And if I ever get on with conspiracy theories with customers and they don't know, they've never heard this, that Bill Gates actually said this. And I'll replay this as many times as you want to hear it. But I think probably most of you have already heard this. But here we go. Our buddy and pal, demon in human skin, Bill Gates.
Now, the world today has 6.8 billion people. That's headed up to about 9 billion. Now, if we do a really great job on new vaccines, healthcare, reproductive health services, we could lower that by perhaps 10 or 15%.
Did you catch that? Did you guys catch that? I'll rewind it again. And yeah, I'm kind of Romy. I'm kind of regretting playing it. Maybe they'll just demonetize this show. If I ever get to monetization, this show will bring in no ad revenue. But that's what he says, okay? World population's about 6 billion. Pretty soon it's going to be 8. But if we do a good job with vaccinations and reproductive services and all these things, we could look to lower that. Lower it 10 to 15%. One more time for the guys in the back.
Now, the world today has 6.8 billion people. That's headed up to about 9 billion. Now, if we do a really great job on new vaccines, healthcare, reproductive health services, we could lower that by perhaps 10 or 15%.
He did not misspeak. He did not misspeak. He's been talking about lowering the world population for a long fucking time. And a software engineer who's not a virologist, who doesn't study viruses, doesn't study vaccines, he pays people. Hey, can you make a vaccine that'll fucking maybe like make people not fertile anymore? Can you make that happen? Him and Bill Melinda Gates, his ex-wife Melinda, they would travel to like third world countries and inoculate all those poor people, the third world countries. What's he doing? Chemically castrating them, making them not fertile, which is happening to us. We got people in the United States. We have Americans in their mid-20s who are going to see reproductive specialists because they can't just get pregnant like, how maybe we did in our day. They can't get pregnant. People in their mid-20s. What? And it's not just fucking Bill Gates, too. It's that whole crew. It's all of them. The Rothschilds, the Rockefellers, the fucking Klaus Schwab, George Soros. It's all those assholes. All of them. Yeah, right here. Georgia Guidestones, right. They took them down. They took them down like a year or two ago. They just as mysteriously as they were erected, they were taken right back down again. But they let us know, right? What were they up for? 30 years? They let us know. That's part of it. That's part of the fucking. Again, I don't know if it's you could look at it religiously or you could look at it any other way. Right? some religious people will say, well, if the devil's going to lie to you and try to sell you some whatever, he's got to tell you about it. It's the same thing, like, I guess, just in a spiritual sense in the cosmos. I don't know if it's a rule of the cosmos, but when evil's going to do something to you, they got to tell you that they're doing it. And then you either just go along with it. So there, you just gave in, you went along with it. So there's no punishment for them. But if you're like, nah, you know what, I'm good, then they leave you alone because it's part of the rules. I don't know. There's that story, too, of Jesus fasting in the desert. Satan paid him a little visit, and he said, look around, buddy. See all the mountains and all this land? This could be all yours, buddy. This could be all yours if you just come to the dark side. You know, Jesus was like, nah, I'm straight. Kick rocks. All right, I tried. Yeah. And off he goes. But, yeah. And again, he says this out loud. And when the very first time I heard this, I'm like, how is this motherfucker, like, not in jail? And then he was a big proponent, a big advocate for the jabs and all the boosters. And I already showed the highlight reel of that. So there you go. So keep that fresh. You just heard what Bill Gates said. Okay. So we heard what Bill Gates said there.
Operational programs to
Okay. So you heard Bill Gates there. And then now watch this. Let me change to a better. I need to change to a better view. So you heard Bill Gates. We do a good job. We could lower the world 10 or 15, lower the population 10 or 15%. And then here we go. In the 12 months of 2022, 1,598 athletes suffered a heart attack. 1,100 of them died. And then here's the highlight reel. Bam, 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 bam. 10 or 15%. Here we go. 10 or 15%. Oh, that was the first lady to ever get the jab on TV. Yeah. Oh, is that little Bronny? That was little Bronny. Nobody's safe. Little Bronny thought taking the jab would work too. Yep. Down they go and down they go. That's normal. Isn't this normal? Totally normal. Don't forget, kids. Safe and effective. Safe and effective. You just shut up, plebs. You just shut up. Let's see. Romy, don't we actually need more people, or we won't be able to keep up all the responsibilities going? No, I think they've got smart people doing the math. They'll still have enough people around to clean their houses and clean their toilets and do their laundry and mow their lawns and pull the levers and push the buttons. There'll be enough. There'll be enough. They'll be enough. They did the math. They got it figured out. About 85% of the world. Well, the Georgia Guidestones, 500 million. So because that's the number that it says. So that tells me that that's their number. 500 million. That's just enough to run the power plants. Again, clean their houses and do all their dirty shit. Correct. Yeah, someone tried to blow them up once. Yeah. It was vandalized to holy hell. I mean, people spray painted all on that shit and throwing rotten fruit and shit at it. But it's gone now. The way we have to tiptoe around conversation shows how they already control our reality. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, we're only a few steps behind China. honestly, because you know how regulated China's internet is. It's highly fucking regulated. Our shit is as well. It's not as much as China's, but it's getting there. It's getting there. And then if they had their fucking way, I mean, what the hell? I covered it a while back as well when it came to Bibi Netanyahu getting on the fucking Twitter and telling our politicians that they need to fucking start shutting Americans up about talking about Israel. So then essentially, fuck our First Amendment because Bibi says so. You know, so we're like right there. We're right there. That's why I wanted to do this show. That's another part I wanted to do the show just because, you know, I'm watching with the landscape and what's going on. You can't say this. You can't say that. What? Why? Since when? First Amendment. The First Amendment doesn't protect hate speech. The fuck it doesn't. Yes, it does. Maybe you need to reread it, but yeah, it does. Sorry. I mean, hate speech can have consequences. Okay. Not saying that all free speech is great, but the ability to have the free speech to say what you want, that's the fucking ideology. That's the important part of it. You can say whatever you want, but there will be consequences. You can't just run around saying like, I hate this group of people. The next time they see you in public, they're going to punch you in the face. So there's consequences to free speech. But it's important that we maintain it. And everybody should agree on this. Again, both sides of the aisle should be agreeing on that. But they don't. And it's both sides of the aisle also have their little fucking little bugaboos about it too. Which again, where I'm starting to see that it's all a fucking illusion. It's a facade. The two-party system. Get the fuck out of here with that shit. Because for the longest time, oh yeah, you could point to the Democrats and go, these motherfuckers are trying to attack free speech. Because they're the sensitive ones. And they're saying, cancel this guy, cancel that guy, cancel this guy. Okay, fair enough. Because they were the ones showing their hands while it was happening. But fast forward a few years, and you got fucking Ben Shapiro going to fucking Turning Point, saying that they need to censor Nick Fuentes, they need to censor fucking Tucker. Like, whoa, dickhead, what happened to free speech and you being Mr. Conservative and protecting the First Amendment? Oh, until it fucking bothers you. Now you want to fucking cancel people now too? Fuck out of here, man. Get the fuck out of here. Get those bushy eyebrows the fuck out of here. Here we go. It's a very serious problem we have. There are traps all around. People that want to own you, control you, use you. Right, we're the plebs. But the truth is so much stranger. Indeed. That we are actually very special, powerful creatures that are just waking up to our real potential. The beings that feed off of us and feed off our lower vibrations. Those goddamn archons. Cancel society. Yeah, that's what we were really turning into. I mean, the country's healing a little bit in that regard. But, I mean, it's still a slippery slope, but it's not getting any better again when you have conservatives coming out and saying that certain people need to be canceled. It's like, so we're just not going to stop with this shit, are we? It's just going to be a constant. Again, it doesn't fucking matter who's got the power, who's in control. It's the same people. They've sold the illusion so well. Just waking up and coming into our truth and light immediately causes them to disperse, which is why they need us to comply with global lies and lead us down blind alleys of our own despair. Those are song lyrics, my friend. Beautifully said. I love and hate Nick Fuentes at the same time. Yeah, I had that same kind of feeling with him. Andrew Tate, too. Andrew Tate's another one. Where, like, sometimes I'm just like, yeah. And then the other things he said, I'm like, all right, you're a fucking retard. Shut up. Now I can't take anything you say seriously now. It's so many. It's because he's all over the place. And Nick Fuentes, same thing. He says like a lot of things where you're just like, fuck yeah, dude. When he starts going on his rants about like America first, I love those rants. Because I get it. America first. Yeah, man. Like, hello. If you're American or you come here and you get your papers and you're an American, should you not be America first? What the fuck kind of upside down world we live in where you're not America first? So I love those rants. But then he starts going off on fucking crazy shit where I was like, all right, dude, now you're just getting clicks. Now you're just rage baiting. I know the difference. Also, another apparatus of divisiveness. That's what I'm looking for. That's what Fuentes does that I don't like. Just so you get these, just divide. We don't need that shit right now. We actually need what Ezra says, okay? We actually need to pause for 10 minutes. All our crazy differences that we think we have, we need to time out 10 minutes. I swear to God, when it's all over, like we'll come back to it and we'll sort it out. Right now, we got to get these motherfuckers off our back. That fucking grip, we need to get out of it. And it's going to take all of us, okay? It's truly going to take all of us. So just for 10 motherfucking minutes, can we just stop arguing for 10 minutes, please? And like I said, I swear to God, we'll come right back to it. I promise you. When it's all done and the dust is settled and we're free beings, we will pick up right where we left off and sit down and sort the shit out. We'll figure it out. But right now, they're meddling and they're dividing and they're as fast as they can. Divide them faster. We're not dividing them fast enough. We need to gather around the fire of truth and bring the people to justice. Follow the money, watch the stock market and insider trading. Let's start at the island. Let's start there. Can we get the names? No, we're not going to get the names. Then we're done. We're not participating anymore. That's it right there. That's where I draw the line. You're not going to give us the names in there? Okay, then you're all fucking in them. You're all in the files then. And where I'm done. Done playing along. I'm not playing this game no more. You guys fucked it all up. With your corruption and your fucking Satan or whatever the fuck you guys are into. You ruined it, okay? You ruined what could have been a very beautiful thing. Humans come here, have a nice little worldly experience, share with your family and go hunting and gathering and, you know, what life used to be maybe like, a century ago. But even then, a century ago, they were laying the groundwork to where the fuck we're at right now. So, but yeah, where they took it and where it's at and then the files, because we got to read what was in there. We get to start connecting the dots of the shit that they were into. But then everybody's names. That's it. We're protecting all these fucking people. Okay. And they have the names. They have them. It's not like they don't. Oh, yeah, we got the files and all. All the names were blacked out, so we have no idea. No, they're the ones who redacted all the shit. And then you're just going to just hold your ground and not give us the names. That's fine. That's fair. But we're done. We're done now. That's it. We're done. Quit. I quit. I'm fucking out of here. Like, it's just like, that's it. But Americans aren't doing it. Just me. I'm so pissed off and shouting and I'm. Sometimes I would wonder, it would be a beautiful thing, Romy. Okay? It would be a beautiful fucking thing. Oh, Jesus. A car just went into a crowd in southern Louisiana and 15 people are hurt. Oh, God. The president was dude's cherished friend. Yeah. No way in hell we're getting those names. No. Well, and the fact is, it's like, There's so many of them. Dare I say, all of them. Fair? All of them. All of Hollywood, all of our business moguls, all of the bankers, all of the other world leaders, all of them. All of them. All of them? I can't stop saying all of them. Because here's how my brain works too. I'm a little fucked up. Let's hypothetically, let's say Trump wasn't named in the files 36,000 times. Okay, let's say he was named in there twice. And it was, you believe this scumbag Trump kicked me out of Mar-a-Lago, this fuckhead. He's going to rue the day he threw me out of Mar-a-Lago. Let's just say that's what it was, okay? But he's president. I'm going to release the files. And then the real bosses come up to him and they're like, hey, no, you're not. You're going to do a complete 180 on that shit immediately. You're going to tell them that there's nothing there. You got it? And then you're going to talk down to them and call them cowards and that you don't want their support if they think that the Epstein files is a real thing. You're going to say those fucking things. You got it? And then he's like, yeah, I got it. The fact that you cover for them, that doesn't make you any less guilty. That you're in that same motherfucking boat with them. That's the way my mind works. Whether you diddled or you didn't diddle, because you're covering for them, my mind tells me you diddled now. I don't need proof. I don't even need proof. I don't. You're covering for them. We're not getting these names. You're in there. You're in it. He's in there. He's in them. Like, not kidding. And the fact that they're all covering for each other, maybe except Thomas Massie, and they're all going after him hard. So then he must be doing something right, because we live in a world, but I'll say the country, where liars get rewarded and truth tellers get silenced. And I'm just fucking sick of seeing it. I am fucking sick and tired of seeing it. We've been seeing it since Snowden. We've been seeing it since Julian Assange. And now it's happening to fucking Thomas Massie and fucking Tucker and Candace Owens and Alex Jones. And what in the fuck reality do we live in? You leak, you're dead. No thanks. And that's kind of like, I think, one of the things that you got to break a few eggs. That's what, unless we say we're done and we don't participate anymore, what we're hoping for is the real elite magtards who are like, you don't get it, bro. You got to trust him, bro. Trump knows what he's doing. He's playing fucking 12D chess. You just don't know. You watch. It's coming. Like cat turd. Get the fuck out of here. Yeah, you're right. I don't know what he's doing. We're hoping that somebody on the inside can like tripwire the whole thing. And yeah, he might get killed. Whoever that person is, he might die doing it. But the fact that he tipped over the first domino and it all just starts collapsing like a house of cards, it might take a few martyrs to get her done like that, to bring it all down. I don't see that happening. Those people are living in fear and on piles and piles of money. So I'm not hopeful. Our best bet is to all come together around the fire, like Create said, sit around the campfire and go, all right, look, you blue hair over there, we're cool, all right? Nose ring and all, we're cool, baby, all right? We're cool. 10 minutes, all right? We're gonna sit down, we're gonna map this out, and we're all gonna stop participating, all right? And then as soon as that shit's over and we're free, we can pick up right where we left up. We probably won't need to, because it really wasn't us hating each other. It was us being constantly fed that we hate each other and that we should hate each other because this, that, and the third. And again, they're like, keep dividing them. Keep dividing them. It's never ending. – until, again, we say, like, we've had enough. We're done. Who said that? Create, they need jerky. I think supplies are low. You seen Ellen lately? You seen Rosie O'Donnell? You seen Hillary and Bill Clinton? You seen Oprah? They look fucking awful. I think there's a little bit of a shortage going on. You know who was smart and stored a whole bunch? Jennifer Lopez. She probably bought a truckload and kept it all on ice. We need a video to break of this severe child abuse. Someone to leak one. Oh, yeah. Uh-huh. I mean, dude, on Twitter, have you seen some things? I mean, they're questionable. I don't know if they're real or not, but I have seen a couple things where I'm like, oh my God. Don't know if it's real or not. Can't be too sure anymore with AI where it's at these days. But you ever hear Jack Black cover Ozzy Osbourne's song, Mr. Crowley? Dude could sing his ass off. Jack Black could totally sing his ass off. He's a good singer. But Aleister Crowley, I talked about him on Thursday. Summoning demons with that fucking Goetia, the Lesser Keys of Solomon. That's what made him go fucking crazy. Meddling in those affairs, summoning demons. They'll possess you. Sorry, watching Saturday Night Live and Jack Black is on and made me think about his singing. Oh, he's a good singer, man. Tenacious D. I used to love Tenacious D. Remember the HBO show? That shit was hilarious. I was watching that. I was watching Mr. Show, which is where this name is paying homage to Mr. Show. Quit that loud horsing off. It's called The Fire of Truth because truth is the power, the water that cleanses us all. And we're so lost, we need to gather around the truth. No judging each other, just on. That's right. That's right. Big Mike, I sing in the shower. Voice of an angel, my man. I haven't forgotten. My next free moment when the creative spark hits and I sit down and I write a song, I'm sending it your way. It'll be an instrumental, okay? It'll be rock because I like rock and metal. And then you can just take your time, listen to it a bunch in the car, start figuring out a vocal melody, write the words down, and then we got to figure out how we're going to track your vocals to get it to me so we could put it in my DAW. We'll work all that out, but I haven't forgot, Big Mike, that you know how to sing, my man. All right, problem everyone would say is AI, which gives all the bad people cover. So isn't that funny, the timing of that, Romy? Because that's crossed my mind, too. That we're just right at a day and age when this AI videos are really starting to do this, and then we get Epstein files. So basically, they could run a lot of plausible deniability. Oh, that's AI. That really wasn't a man drowning children in a bathtub with other children watching it happen. That's AI. Right. They could just, but deniable plausibility. Nope, that's not real. But it's totally like fucking genuine fucking security tape of it. And they could also use it the other way. The Simpsons. The Simpsons did this. Remember Mr. Burns had like a long lost son? Have you ever seen this episode? And Homer meets him. Finds out that he's Mr. Burns' long lost son. Mr. Burns doesn't want to have anything to do with him because he doesn't believe him at first. So Mr. Burns gets blood work done on the guy, and it's Rodney Dangerfield playing the character. He's voicing the character in the show. The blood work comes back positive. Yeah, he's Mr. Burns' kid. He fucks up. Mr. Burns gets mad at him. And he runs away and goes to Homer's house. Now Homer keeps him, and they devise this plan that they're going to kidnap him and then hold him for ransom. And all he's really trying to do is prove that Mr. Burns gives a shit about his kid. I want my kid back. You know, that's my son. Nobody's going to kidnap my son. Anyways, Marge is freaking out because she's watching the TV. And helicopters are flying around the house, and there's cops outside because they've zeroed in on, they know where Mr. Burns' kid's at. He's with Homer at his house. And Marge is watching the TV, and she doesn't know. And the video of what the camera was showing from the helicopter was Homer come out of the house, and they just blasted him. He got hit with like 200 rounds. And she was like, "Oh my God, Homer!" And then Kent Brockman was like, "That could just be one of many situations that happen, but we don't know. We're still flying around outside." So, like, they could use the AI to do that shit. Like this warthog that got shot down in Iran, that footage. That could be AI. And they're like, they're killing our troops. They just shot down a plane in Iran. Now we got to escalate this war more. I never wrote a song, but I'll give it a shot if you just give me a topic. That's what's great about creativity, man. It'll hit you. You'll think of the topic. Because shit, I mean, there's all kinds of shit that I write songs about. Existential shit. Being a heroin addict. But I do my shit in a real ambiguous way. I don't ever say heroin or I'm doing all this and that. You would just hear it or you read the lyrics and go, is he talking about drugs? I think he's talking about drugs in this song. And then some of the songs are so ambiguous, you don't know if I'm talking about drugs or if I'm talking about a girl or if I'm talking about a loss or you know. That's what's great about music. You could write and be free, and then it's like looking at a piece of art. The artist painted something with something intended, but the person who looks at the painting could interpret it totally different of what they get out of it. That's what's great about music. Or just put a bunch of AI stuff out there to mix it up with legit stuff the way they did. Yes, yeah, exactly. Create culture. Write a song about people needing to wake up. Damn. There you go, Romy. That's a good place to start. Bro, threw me on a stream offline and we'll try to write something. Oh, okay. Shit. All right. So like this right here, StreamYard. I mean, if I can invite whoever in here and we'll all be just doing what we're doing right now, except you guys will be on camera or a microphone, but we just won't be live. I do that all the time, especially with my drummer in Chicago. Like we'll just meet here and have like a Zoom meeting inside of StreamYard. So yeah, we could totally do that. But I've done a lot of poems, had them on MySpace, then Facebook Notes, then lost them all. Oh. Well, what's great about the human mind is you could always write more. You are an endless fountain of ideas and thoughts and mantras and creativity, and we are all just infinite consciousness. People just need to wake up and realize that they are. Good topic, accepted. That was pretty good, Romy. That was good. I used to hang at a band house with a group called Horses for Heroin. They tried recruiting me, but I was like, nah. No, I'm just kidding. They didn't. But geez, talk about a little blatant, huh? Horses for Heroin. Because that's kind of like what us addicts would say back in the day. If you were clean for a while, and then you slipped, hey, man, you've been doing all right? Nah, man, I'm back on the horse again. That's what we'd say. You're back on the horse. Oh, Jesus. All right. We went overtime today. It was a great show, you guys. You guys were great. I went into this thing with no plan, and you guys just come in here and sewed it all up. Thank you guys. Thank you guys. Don't forget, you guys see things, topics, anything like that, DM me on Twitter. I think also as well I might have in my at Book of Ezra about bio. I think there's an email there too. So if anybody who's not on Twitter can hit me up on just email me stuff, articles, music, topics, books, movies, documentaries, whatever you got that you want to share and send it my way. Again, I still have yet to watch all those movies you guys were telling me about because they're long burns. I need to find time because that's my biggest problem right now in my life is probably time management because I'm doing so many things that any kind of free time I have, it's so minuscule. I mean, I try to spend time with the wife and kids. I try, and I probably could do better. As a man, I could probably do better. But I got a couple bear shows, a couple podcasts. I play the video games. I do music and then distribute the music. But I don't want to do what I do for work anymore. And I fear that I'm not going to have like a good retirement and stuff. So I want to start a talking shit channel. I wouldn't mind getting monetized one day. It's going to take time, just one show at a time. I'm not looking for it to happen overnight, but I would like to see maybe $50 a month and say like 5 years, huh? So I'm on a 5-year plan. But the more that we all gather and stuff, I'm telling you, I've said this before and I'll say it again. Like you guys who showed up here first, you guys are like the foundation. You guys show up like all the time and I love it. I love when you guys show up because then this happens. 2 hours fly by. And then not to mention, too, I mean, is this thing's gross? I mean, every one of you guys brings something to the fucking table. I'll tell you all the same thing. Get a mic. Get a fucking pair of headphones. Don't even got to be good headphones. And get on the show. Like, we need, like, an ecosystem. Because, like, we're all seeing the same things. We all, you know, in terms of, like, the illusion and stuff, we're all waking up. And, again, 2 heads are better than 1. 5 heads are better than 4, so on and so forth. Romy, that's the way, Ezra. Yes, sir. I have your email. I could hit you up with my number. There you go. Yes. The direct line. Hey, this sort of topic is the new sexy. People are growing tired of the fake media, and real people is the new. It needs to be. Like that old archaic way of life and people just being okay with being lied to by the government, by the media, by fucking every authority being lied to. I think, yeah, people are getting kind of sick and tired of it. So, yeah, absolutely. Whew. All right, you guys. Thank you so much for coming out and hanging out all night. It's been great. Tomorrow morning, Everything Bear show. Nothing long. I don't think we're going to do a 2-hour show. I think we're just going to like say what's up, and then we're getting right into a mock draft. All right. So tomorrow, I believe 11 Eastern time, 11 o'clock Eastern Standard Time, I think. We're just going to bang out a quick mock draft. So if you guys have any new draft picks that you found out about, show up tomorrow morning on Everything Bears and let us know who you found, because we're just going to do a quick little draft. No problem, man. No problem. Can only try. I know it's a holiday and people, got families and do stuff Easter tomorrow. But we're going to try to get it done early and fast so we can be with our families as well. But you guys, take care. Have a great night. Be safe. Until next time. Peace.